Stampers, Deb Valder here, your Fun Stampers Journey Coach, and today I'm going to show you a beautiful card. It's one of our 10-minute or less cards, and we're going to be using our Tropical Beauty background stamp. This is an absolutely gorgeous stamp set found in one of the collections in our new catalog. I'm also going to be using this little stamp right here, the Special Friend, and that's from the Handpicked for You. You've seen me use this a couple of times. You're going to see me using it a lot more because I love this stamp. I absolutely adore this stamp right here. But I'm going to show you a really fast, very elegant card. We're going to use some of our new rose gold embossing powder. It just is so pretty. I don't think this video is actually doing it justice. The glistening on here is gorgeous. You're going to want to watch until the very end because this piece right here, I'm going to show you a really cute little technique. So make sure you watch all the way to the end because I've got techniques throughout the whole thing. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to bring in my clear pigment ink here. Actually, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I colored this ribbon right here. Now, this ribbon started out as white. It is called our Special Day Organza ribbon. And like I said, it started out as just white ribbon. So what does this mean? This means that you can take any color in our 50 some odd colors that we have, and you can make those into any color ribbon that we have with this Special Day Organza ribbon. All right, so I'm going to bring in one of our new colors. It's called the Peaches and Cream color, and I am going to take one of my daubers. This is the large dauber, and I put on my Peaches and Cream daubing pad there. I'm going to grab 22 inches. Let me just grab my Fun Stampers Journey ruler here, and I'm going to grab 22 inches of this ribbon because I'm going to do a triple bow. I just think that that looks so much prettier. So let's go with 12 and 10. All right, grab my Grand Pro shears and let's begin. All right, so I've got my 22 inches of ribbon for my three, you want to look at it here. It is a triple bow, and I'm just going to take my little dauber right here. I always do a little bit extra so that I have something to hold on to. And what I'm doing is literally just going to drag it through my ink pad. All right. There we go. If you have any light spots or spots that you want to go back through and do again, you can just run it right through. So literally, you can either just kind of twist it, but what I like to do to make it go fast is to just take the end and just pull, pull, pull. If it goes off center, just throw it back on there again and pull, pull, pull. Now, you are going to want to set this aside to dry because this is wet. I give it a good couple of hours to dry, but for this one, I've already pre-done one. I wanted you to see that I did do it. I did pre-do it, and I let it dry. So I'm going to set this one aside because you know me, I do more than one card all the time, and I wanted to get that done so that I can have it dry while I'm working on the rest of the card. All right, so we're done with our Peaches and Cream ink. We're going to come back in with our clear ink. All right, so this is our clear pigment ink, and this is literally a background stamp. All right, it is found, let me just show you, in our RSVP section of our catalog. So this is one of our collections. We have 3 different collections in here. This is one of the collections that we have. It's absolutely gorgeous. But this one is found on page 42, and it is this stamp right here. Isn't that amazingly gorgeous? And there are so many things that you can do with this. Just stay tuned because I love this stamp. You're going to see me use it a lot. All right, so again, that's called Tropical Beauty. It's a background stamp, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So let's take our clear pigment ink. And I'm inking it up with the ink, like I said, and then you want to make sure that you get the re-inkers for this also because you really want a good, well-inked stamp. All right, clear pigment ink is, you definitely want a well inked pad. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cardstock right here and just lay it over the top like this. All right, and just rub. You want to use the flat of your hand so that you get a nice even coating. Now, if you go like this, you're going to get some here, you're going to get some here, you're going to get some here. You want to make sure you do it with a flat hand. You can also use a brayer, but I just found using a flat hand really works well. All right, so there is our stamp all inked up. Let's bring in our media tray and our rose gold embossing powder. Now I'm already on my second container of this. And like I said, I've been using it a lot because I just love it. I've got more on order. This is just such a pretty, pretty color. All right, let me just grab some for this end right here. All right, look at that, just absolutely gorgeous. So, so pretty. The detail in this stamp is unbelievable. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my heat gun and I'm going to emboss. Let me grab my chip clip here so that I can hold on to it without burning my fingers here. This is just a little set of lips. Isn't that your little set of chompers teeth? It's so cute. Alrighty, so let's turn on our heat gun and start heating away. There we go, and that is our heated piece right here. Okay, and we're not gonna put our heat tool away yet, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. Anyway, look at how beautiful and shiny and gorgeous that is. It's absolutely breathtaking. The color is absolutely wonderful. Now I like to pair it up with our peaches and cream color because I think that that goes so well with it. So we're going to start layering with black and with our peaches and cream. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and use my clear pigment ink for my words. But before I do that, I'm going to take my colorless blender. And the reason I do this is because I don't want the, this is a vellum, and vellum sometimes has a lot of static into it. But what it does is it just makes the rest of the piece not so staticky. So the black embossing powder won't adhere to where you don't want it to go, especially if you have like any kind of grease on your hands, like hand lotion or whatever. All right, so I'm just going to take and add this to my piece right here. I'm putting it off to the right because I'm going to tuck this up into the left right there. Okay, let's put the cover back onto our clear pigment ink, and then I'm going to just grab a piece of paper because I forgot a second media tray and I don't want to put the black in with the rose gold, of course, and grab my black embossing powder. And you see that none of the black embossing powder landed where it wasn't supposed to. So I'm going to take and put this aside. I really don't like it when I don't have my media trays. I am going to add my little chip clip to it because I do not want to burn my hands. And then I'll just heat set this. There we go. Okay, so now we have our special friends. We have our background piece here. Let me bring in my layers. So I have these little guys right here that I did cut out the centers. I have my base card, which I'm going to just fold. And then I really do love my media trays because I have black embossing powder everywhere. Those media trays are worth every penny, and they're not really expensive. So. Okay, so now I have my base right here. I'm going to add my layer right here. And remember, I always cut out the middle so that I can save paper. And I can use this piece for either scrap paper or another layer. I do that a lot. All right, so here is this base right here. I'm also going to put my base on the inside because I do like white layers. Okay, and just grab one of my inside pieces. So doesn't that make it look so finished? All right, and we're just going to add. Now remember, when you're using your Easy Glide, to finish it off, you just take and just kind of lay it to the right or the left. And the reason you do that is because this Easy Glide is made up of tiny little, well, it's kind of like your white liner tape, but it's got little tiny lines that just kind of break off. I don't know if I'm explaining that very well, but it works really well. All right, there is no right side up that I've seen or upside down for this stamp. So we're just going to lay it on there like that. Oops, a little crooked here. Alrighty, all right, so there we go. Make sure your card is opening the right way, which is this way, okay? Now, let's add our special friends. I'm just going to do that after I do my bow. So let me just do my bow first. We're going to take and do, I do have a whole video on this. This is just a finger bow. I'm going to make it tiny, so I'm not going to separate these two fingers very much. So you're going to start it off by taking your thumb and your middle finger and adding the ribbon right in between there. And we're just going to do figure eights. If you want to see how this is done, like I said, all you have to do is go to my YouTube videos and you can check it out there. All right, and we're going to bring it up here like this in the middle. And just pull. Okay, and that's our bow. Okay. And then we're just going to take it off my hand like this. And I'm going to show you how adorable that little bow is. Now remember that our Grand Pro shears are awesome for paper. They are awesome for cloth. They are awesome for ribbon. And they always stay sharp. All right. So now that looks pretty all by itself. All right. I made this one a little bit smaller. But I really want to show you how to do this. So I'm gonna grab the one that's still a little bit wet. If I can find it, let me see, where did I put it? Because I do want to show you how I crimped this ribbon, and you can do that to this one, and I'll show you how to do that. But I wanted to show you how it looks a little bit cool. So I am going to take and I'm going to separate these fingers just a little bit to make it a little bit bigger. All right. And let's see, how many times did I go around? Okay, 1, 2, 3, and over. Okay, my hands will be probably a little peachy because, all right, so this one's a little bit bigger. And take it off your fingers. Okay, and then just kind of fluff the way you want it to be. Alrighty. All right, so there's my ribbon. I'm going to trim off the ends. Alrighty. What I like to do to add this, especially if it's wet like this one, is I actually use my craft glue. So I'm going to take some of this craft glue and I'm going to just put it on the back and on my project right there. Lay that on there. It is going to take a little bit for it to dry. But let's add this while we're at it too. So I'm going to take some of my Journey Craft glue and just put a dollop of it right there and slide that underneath. Then there is, like I said, some drying time involved with this one. I want to get it underneath that piece right there. All right. Kind of position it just a little bit. Okay. We can take and, like I said, this is still a little bit wet. So both pieces, but I want to show you how I crimped this. All right, so now I'm going to take the Journey dot right here and add that to the back end of this so that that lays down. All right, alrighty, now we got to take and use our little pearls. Okay, so these are our brand new pearls. This one right here is the Medow pearls, and they have 3 of our new colors, and these are the Cottage pearls, and they have 3 of our new colors also. All right, so I am going to take this one right here, and I'm going to get the coordinating peach, grab my bloom tool here, and just add one right here. Now I can add little pearls all to the insides of these, and that would look absolutely stunning. But one on the middle of our, well, I'll do that after I do the crimping. All right, so now we're going to grab our Journey heat gun right here, and you want to make sure it's nice and hot before you start doing this. All right, so what I'm going to do, you don't want to overheat. I'm going to grab this so it doesn't move around. Do you see how it's kind of crimping up just a little bit? If you want it to go the other way, you're just going to take and... It's just so adorable. See the difference? I'm going to bring in the other one just to show you. So cute! Okay, whoops, let's get that one laying down a little bit. Now, I'm going to bring and stick it right dead smack in the middle of this little guy. All right, isn't that so cute? All right, let me grab the other one just to show you how they look different. See the difference between the two of them? This one's still a little bit wet. That one's dry, but do you see how it's crimped up? Well, that is my card for today. I hope you liked it. It's a 10-minute card. This can be used for anything. It can be used for a wedding card. It can be used for a sympathy card. It's just so very, very pretty. If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. You take care, have a great day, and thank you for stopping by.